Hey, what's up out there in Tubeland? This is Jeremy from Uppercut. Finally got some free time to work on these vocals. This is Daimon B, Another Life. You can find the link to this entire mix series and his music and all that good stuff down below. Give me a like and a sub. It really, really helps the channel. I'm trying to grow, trying to do more content, so every little bit helps. But let's dive right in. Here we are back in the DAW. Let's hear this from the very beginning, and when we get to the vocals, I'll stop it and we'll talk about, I got a little bit of a head start and I'll explain it and then we'll go from there. Everything on this song was recorded immaculately, so I'm not really having to do all that much, but it's still a great song, so I'm going to finish it. On these vocals, each harmony, or each part, how I paired it, was I have one mono, and then these two double tracks, I panned hard left and hard right. I did that on each part, and as you can hear, let's just start with this group, V1 group.
It feels so good.
Let's hear it with V2 group.
It feels so good.
And then when you get down here to V3, it is kind of
bones broken.
That upper harmony. And then we have the V4 group. Like I said, lots of vocals here.
Bury me, won't let me scream.
That'll be the heavy one. We'll do that one a whole different way. And Vox 5, I believe, is just this last piece.
Tell me.
Let's hear Vox 5 by itself.
Tell me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put that one in the V1 bus.
Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Why you share your madness?
Alright, I'm going to leave that one mono. Let's talk about the processing. It's basically a starting point on the, and let's get this the same. I'm OCD about how things look, if you can't tell. Alright. So here we go with the V1 on the mono track. I have it set basically an SSL, like a channel strip that emulates the SSL pretty much start to finish with some bells and whistles. So let's just hear this single vocal.
Tell me. Tell me why you share your madness.
I'm just adding some 8K because that's the beautiful, my favorite frequency. And have a little bit of 12K, taking out some 4K because that's my least favorite frequency. And this is an SSL EQ. This is a custom EQ that I'm using just for this low pass right here, or high pass actually, into a de-esser, into a SSL channel comp, which this is basically like running into an SSL console, which I can't afford.
Tell me.
And this compressor's just taking a little bit off the top, and this de-esser is just taking out, it's like a dynamic compressor at 2.5K.
Tell me why you share your madness.
And on the two other tracks in this group, the two stereo tracks that I panned hard left and hard right, all I'm doing on that is shaving off some bottom and leaving them how they were sent.
Tell me.
And it just makes that lead vocal just stereo.
Tell me why you share your madness.
So I basically have it the same here to where, here, let's fix this one because we just added this one to the group.
Tell me.
This is my Vox preset, which is the SSL channel I spoke of earlier.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life. Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always. Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high.
So again, on the mono vocals, I have them with the SSL bus comp and the SSL channel strip that I kind of configured myself and saved. And then on the stereo channels, I just have it shaven off to about 80 hertz just to get some of that bottom rumble. Then on the buses, as you can see here, I have a digital EQ so I can kind of see what's going on.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find.
And then I have it going into another virtual mix rack on the bus channel, and I know for a fact I want the LA2A on the limiter section.
Tell me why you share your madness.
And we'll put that on both buses. If you can't tell, I love Slate Digital. It's just,
Tell me why you share your madness.
and I want these all to hit around 0.
Tell me.
And that's just on the buses.
Tell me. Tell me. Why?
And then I'll adjust the volumes in the mix with these two faders.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high.
Also on these mono vocals that I have most of the processing on, it's kind of parallel compression because there's compressors on the bus and the mono tracks, but the stereo tracks are not compressed. So when they go into the bus, that's all the compression they're getting until it hits the master bus, which we haven't compressed at all yet. So
Tell me.
on the main vocal, that's where I'm going to add some effects. So let's go with my vocal reverb.
Tell me.
Let's solo this vocal so I can measure this better.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life.
And that reverb is Verb Suite Classics, just a plate reverb, FG 480. Pretty decent decay, almost 2 seconds. Could probably make it 2 seconds and be alright.
Tell me why you share your madness with.
Sorry, milliseconds. No, that is seconds. Alright, anyway. On my effects rack here that I've made myself, I have 3 reverbs and 3 delays. That's really all I use. Other than that, I'll do it on the track, but I like having this effects rack because it's kind of an old school setup that I'm used to.
Tell me.
So on that vocal, I'm also going to want a little bit of delay. I'm going to go with a stereo delay on this one.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life.
Now let's hear that same vocal without any processing at all.
Tell me why you share your madness.
Which is still awesome. For a dry vocal, that's great. Now let's hear it with my processing.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high.
Let's hear that in the mix.
Tell me why you share your madness with me.
And on this vocal, mono vocal, I'm gonna just drag and drop these same effect sends over to it to tie it to that lead vocal.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high.
So let's, in this chorus right here, which is a big part of the song, let's hear it with my processing.
Tell me why you share your madness with me.
Actually, on this delay, on the lower harmony, I'm gonna make that a mono delay. Bring it down about the same as the other one.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life.
Alright, let's hear that same thing without any processing.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life.
Here it is with.
Tell me.
Now let's hear it in the song.
Tell me.
Because what it sounds like by itself doesn't mean anything at all. If it doesn't sound good in the mix, then it's worthless.
Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life. Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life. Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life.
Yeah, I'm digging that. Let's work on this heavy vocal.
Bury me, won't let me scream.
So as a starting point on every track, I just have it shaving off the SSL. And since these are heavy vocals, and let's take a look at this on the mixer. Yeah, I got one up the middle, and then the rest are panned out. So on the one up the middle, I am gonna add a heavy vocal secret weapon. This is JST's Howard Benson's vocals, and it's just the shit. So let's go to one of my presets. I have one here. It's just called tracking. It's just a good starting point. And I'm gonna turn off the effects because I want to use my effects rack.
Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return. Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return. Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return. Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return. Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return. Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my...
Alright, let's add some reverb. I'm gonna go with the room reverb on this one.
Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return.
I'm gonna obviously throw a stereo delay on this.
Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return.
It's not really working. Let's try a throw delay, which is just a longer delay.
Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's hear it in the mix.
Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return. Tell me. Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return.
On this heavy part, I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to add a track. And I'm going to remove it from the group. And I'm going to put a guitar amp on there. And I am going to use the EQ. This is Tone Forge Menace. It is the first guitar amp sim I ever bought. And it's been a trusty workhorse for all kinds of stuff, from bass tracks, which you can see in the link down below. Watch the bass video. Give me a like and a sub. Anyway, let's send this double track, or this vocal right here. Let's go ahead and send that all the way down to track 61 as a send. And let's hear that by itself. Pretty gnarly, which is what I'm going for. But maybe not that gnarly. So let's bring this further down. The high pass. Let's bring down the treble and the presence on the amp. And let's put my vocal reverb on it. So we are going to bring this all the way down and mix it in with the rest of the mix. That saturation on the amp just brings this vocal kind of out of the front. As you can see, I'm going to toggle it on and off using this mute button right here. Here it is with. Let's hear it just with all the way through. And let's hear it with the amp that I just added muted. I like that. That's pretty cool. Let's hear it by itself. I think it needs a mono delay, so let's just drag this one over and drop it. And that's only the mono voice that's being affected. We still have all of this to add to it.
Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return.
Alright, let's hear that in the mix.
Bury me, won't let me scream. Lock me in my darkest dream. Lack of conscience so extreme. There's no way for your return. Tell me why you share your madness with
I'm going to add to this very lead vocal is a free effect called Air Windows Wider. And I'm just going to add a little bit of width to the whole thing. Let's say about 10. Let's hear some of this lead vocal.
It feels so good. It feels so right when you see me lost in a night. It feels so good. It feels so right when you see me lost in a night.
Alright, let's listen to the vocal by itself. This is
It feels so good.
that's with the free plugin called Wider by Air Windows. Here it is without.
It feels so good.
Turn it on now.
It feels so right.
It's just adding a tiny bit to that stereo image, but let's hear it in the mix.
It feels so good.
Here it is without.
It feels so right when you see me lost in a night.
I like how it brought out that vibrato at the end. Good job, Damon. This is good stuff. And go to his page and like his mix. I'm just remixing it for fun and knowledge and to just have fun. It's a great song. But come back and we'll dive into this master bus. I'm going to let this play for a little bit, get with the uppercut, and get knocked out.
It feels so good. It feels so right when you see me lost in a night. Feed your anger with my fear. Leave me blind and lonely in a place where I can hear only plain left for me. Time stands still, and I know you will. Get another thrill. Tell me why you share your madness with me. Hating always keeps you high. Come find me in another life. There's no place to hide. Find me.
Get with the uppercut.